Breast milk is the perfect food. We're humans. We're designed to drink human milk.
Well, for decades, new mothers have been encouraged to breastfeed their newborns. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that breastfeeding continue for at least 12 months and thereafter for as long as the mom and baby desire. The World Health Organization recommends continued breastfeeding for up to 2 years of age. Dr. Crystal Biltoft is a pediatrician with Emory Hospital in Midtown, and Dr. Biltoft is here with us this morning. Doctor, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So this issue of Time magazine comes out, and now suddenly the whole world is talking about attachment parenting and when old is too old to be breastfeeding your child. So the question is, how old is too old to breastfeed?
There's very little nutritional benefit beyond 12 months for the baby. So it does become essentially a lifestyle preference for the mother and the baby beyond that. I do worry about tooth decay if babies are breastfed at night, especially for prolonged periods of time beyond 2, 3, and 4 years of age.
Is there something in the breast milk that causes decay?
There is. There's actually a lot of sugars, a lot of lactose in milk. So you're essentially just giving a baby something sugary to drink at night, and that is definitely problematic for the teeth.
All right, so you guys recommend up to 12 months old. Some people would say that those moms who are breastfeeding children 2, 3, 4 years old would say that you're burning a lot of calories, and a lot of moms like to breastfeed because they're burning calories. And it's an easy way for a new mom to get weight off. Is that true?
I doubt it, because by the time a child is 12 months old, they are eating so many other foods that there's very little calorie actually gotten from the breast milk at that point. Also, babies are very active beyond 12 months of age. It's the rare toddler that's going to sit long enough to breastfeed for the mother to actually burn enough calories to be significant.
Okay, so why is there even a discrepancy between the American Academy of Pediatrics and what the World Health Organization is saying about, I mean, to me, when we're talking about very small children here, that's a long time. That's a big difference. The American Academy says 12 months, and the World Health Organization is saying 2 years.
Right. Well, there's two main points that the WHO, or the World Health Organization, is making when they say up to 2 years of age. First of all, it has to do with access to clean water. Okay? And a lot of diarrheal illnesses, intestinal illnesses, can be prevented if a baby is getting the mother's milk as their primary liquid intake, okay, and food source. So in a developing world, breastfeeding saves lives tremendously if it is continued for the first 2 years of life. Now that doesn't pertain to American water standards, okay? Yeah. Also, there is the child spacing benefits of breastfeeding for 2 years of age, that if you breastfeed, especially for multiple times during the day, you can prevent ovulation in some cases, and it can be a way to have birth control, essentially, so that your children are spaced at least 2 years apart.
Got it. Interesting. All right, so what do you recommend? Everybody's talking about attachment parenting that is beyond just the breastfeeding, right? There's like this emotional attachment with the child. They let the child sleep in the bed with mom and dad. What's the number one question you get asked as a doctor from moms? Because I know for me, I was on a few weeks and my mom was like, I was the last child. She was like, you're done. You're going on to baby formula. Or, you know, a lot of moms will use a breast pump and feed their child that way. What's the number one question you get from new moms?
Really, I think that the biggest struggle is to initiate and sustain breastfeeding, because breastfeeding sometimes is a work in progress. It's a skill that you have to learn, especially for the first-time mom, and they get frustrated and discouraged, and so you're actually always trying to encourage them to continue breastfeeding. And then the few times that you have a mother who wants to breastfeed beyond 2 or 3 years, really, to me, I'm more worried if they're doing it at night, I'm worrying about the teeth. Right. Other than that, it has to be mutually desired between mom and baby. Babies, honestly, are probably always going to want to breastfeed.
Yeah,
okay?
I would assume so. It's the only thing they know. And it's a comfort thing. If they only know that way, they don't know any different.
Right. Although a lot of toddlers, they frankly are so much more interested in other things that it does slowly just naturally become less interesting to them because they want to start kicking balls and etc.
And they're getting food from other
And
places.
so they don't need it from a calorie.
Yeah,
right.
they're not using it for that food intake. Doctor, it's good to have you here on the show and kind of get your input on it, because a lot of moms out there for attachment parenting say that no, there are nutritional benefits that, that I need my child to breastfeed until the age of 3 or 4. And the debate continues, right? The debate continues. It'll be interesting to see where this debate goes now that Time Magazine has basically shocked the whole country, putting a toddler breastfeeding a mom on the cover of the magazine. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.